This is my story of when I travelled to a country to discover its beautiful gastronomy, its fantastic culture. We seek out some of its most famous beauty spots, and we take in its stunning landscape. We hit up the seventh wonder of the world, and we take in the beautiful Red Sea. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me on my trip around the Kingdom of Jordan. So, very good morning from me here in our hotel in Petra. And this is it, it's time for the great voyage. We're going to be heading from here in Petra up to Amman airport, where we've got a flight to Madrid. We're going to have an overnight stay in Madrid before heading down to Algeciras. From there we're going to get the local bus over to Gibraltar. So yeah, join me from this mammoth journey across the globe. Come on. So there we are, guys, we've just stopped off for our last bit of food here in Jordan. We've got a couple of shawarmas. There's no point recording because I've slept the whole journey and we've only got about 45 minutes to go to the airport. But yeah, feeling very full now. Let's head to the airport, let's check in, because Ryanair does not facilitate online boarding passes here, so hopefully we don't get charged at the airport. And yeah, let's make our way back to Europe. Come on, guys. So there we are, guys, our last moments in Jordan. Now, I didn't really want to film in this airport because security was very, very strict, and also you're supposed to declare cameras when you're coming into the country. Now, I didn't declare my camera, however they didn't really seem too bothered, although they did ask a couple of questions. But yeah, let's taxi out now for this mammoth 6-hour flight from Amman to Madrid. So yeah, it's a 4 o'clock departure from Jordan, hoping to get us to Madrid around about 8 o'clock in the evening. Now, there is a 2-hour difference in time between Spain and Central Europe and the Middle East. So yeah, 3 hours if you are in the UK. So as we take off and we head over the Dead Sea, we're still flying very, very low, and there's a reason why. It's something to do with the Iron Dome system as we fly over Tel Aviv. Very, very low indeed. Something to do with missiles, I'm not sure what, but yeah, there was actually a military fighter jet following this plane. I didn't see it, but people in the back of the plane did see it. So yeah, very tense 20 minutes, half an hour crossing this part of the world. But we can see the safety of the Mediterranean Sea there as we push on towards Europe. But I just zoom into this coastline now. The visibility ain't great, but I'm trying to catch footage of Gaza, but couldn't see it so well there. But yeah, as the flight pushes on, it is a very long and strenuous 6-hour flight that I could not sleep on. But anyway, as the darkness descends, we descend into Madrid airport. Now, Madrid city looks absolutely fantastic here, lit up. So yeah, we're going to land here in Madrid, we're going to get off the plane, and we're going to head up to the hostel slash hotel slash terrible accommodation we stayed at before, only because it was booked at the same time. So yeah, but here we are, we're coming into land into Madrid. We've only got a couple of hours in the accommodation before it's an early train to Algeciras, and we make our way to Gibraltar. So yeah, I'm not going to film the landing, of course. Let me jump to us here in Madrid. And now what we're going to do is we're going to make our way It's a couple of hours later now, haven't slept at all, but we are making our way to Madrid's main train station. Now the train journey itself is going to take around about 5 hours, so yeah, normally what we would do is we would go to Malaga first and catch a flight. That's what we did on the way to Jordan. You can watch that episode back on the channel. But yeah, I find this way is going to be much easier than having to get to an airport an hour and a half before, you know, check in, go through the X-ray machine. I think travelling by train this morning could be the best way to travel. So yeah, here we are, we pull up at Madrid's main train station here, and we're going to make our way down to the platform, and it's actually quite busy this morning. There's a lot of people travelling and running to catch trains. It's quite reminiscent of my hometown London and the early morning commutes, the people running around like headless chickens. You don't really see that in Gibraltar, but yeah, let's make our way to the train, and it is an absolutely massive train. Now, surprisingly, this train only does 5 or 6 stops, so it's semi-direct, I guess, but yeah, we're right at the front, of course, so the train isn't so busy today, and the tickets were really reasonable. I bought this as a single leg and it was €17 per person, so yeah, very good. About £15 sterling for a 5-hour train ride from the capital all the way to the most southern city in Spain. So yeah, let's make our way on board. This train has got a restaurant and bar carriage as well, although we've got some snacks already with us, so yeah, we're not going to be paying the extortionate prices. So we leave Madrid train station on time here, 6 minutes past 8 o'clock, and we can see the sun is rising as we make our journey through the centre of Spain, heading towards the region of Andalusia. But our first stop today will be in a city called Ciudad Real. And the great thing about this train is that every stop and at every station it stops for at least 2 or 3 minutes. You can get off on the platform, stretch your legs, have a cigarette. So yeah, pretty easy journey back home, and quite a lovely journey to do it by train. As I say, yes, it is quicker by plane, but I'm really enjoying the train experience. So a very good morning from me here on the train from Madrid to Algeciras. Now this journey is just to take us just under 5 hours, and yeah, it's a new way to travel to Gibraltar from the capital Madrid, so first time testing it out on the channel. And yeah, I didn't film too much last night. As you can imagine, we got off that Ryanair flight for 6 hours from Amman to Madrid, and I was absolutely knackered. Went back to the same terrible accommodation that we stayed in on the way out. So yeah, there weren't really too much to film, just went for dinner and went to bed. But yeah, let's travel down to Gibraltar by train. Come on guys. So it's a beautiful morning here travelling through central Spain. The temperature is about 12 degrees, but the temperature will increase the longer the day goes on and the further south we go as well. So hopefully it'll be nice weather when we arrive in Gibraltar this afternoon. Hopefully we should be in Gibraltar around about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. As I say, we've got another bus to catch from Algeciras, but this is the local bus. Should only take about half an hour or so to get to the border. But yeah, we're pulling into our second station stop here, and the time is absolutely flying as we take this train from Madrid. So yeah, very sustainable. I know the flight is better, which I think we did it in 18 minutes on the way to Jordan from Malaga to Madrid. But yeah, there's just no stress of us running around airports, everything through the X-ray machine. None of that. I'm just enjoying this really leisurely train ride. But here we are in the city of Puerto Llano. So yeah, I think this is our last stop before we cross in to the Andalusia region. And yeah, beautiful blue skies so far. We can see people lighting the train. You can see there's a movie going on in the TV screens above our heads. So yeah, and if you want to get headphones, they're absolutely free and you can find them in the bar, restaurant, car. I took a couple, of course. But here we are, we've arrived in a city that I'd really like to visit. This is the city of Cordoba. We are now in the Andalusia regions, so hopefully not too long until we're home. But yeah, just looking out the window, got a lovely window seat here, although it is quite tricky to film. So guys, we've just left the city of Cordoba in Andalusia, so I'd say we're halfway home, or at least halfway to Algeciras. What a fantastic ride this train journey is. All the times I've taken the plane to the capital, but before you get to Malaga Airport you've got a 2-hour bus ride ahead from Gibraltar, so maybe train is the new preferred way to travel to Madrid from Gibraltar. Prices today were very good. We got our tickets about 6 weeks in advance. We paid €17 one way, 17, so that's about £15 sterling to travel about 400 miles. So yeah, very good price comparison. But yeah, let's continue our journey down to Gibraltar. Now just a little price comparison as we pull into Antequera here. Not too far from the city of Malaga actually, but yeah, for price comparison, a normal return for this train from Algeciras to Madrid is €70. They can be even more expensive the closer to the time you want to travel. So yeah, we're going to stick our heads out on the platform here as we stretch our legs for about a minute or two. We've got a nice shot there of the train. Brilliant to bring this whole journey to you in ultra high definition. And I can't believe how quickly it's passed. 9 nights just gone and we're almost home now. So guys, our journey is almost over here. Well, at least the first leg to Algeciras. We've got about an hour and a half left on this train. The next stop is Ronda, which we visited, and you can go back in the channel and watch those episodes. We went in December and we had an absolutely fantastic time. So if you haven't seen those episodes already, go back, see the Ronda series. But yeah, about an hour and a half left to go and we will be almost home. So stay tuned and let's enjoy the beautiful scenery from this really comfortable and spacious train. Come on guys. So guys, it looks like our train ride is almost up. We've only got about 40 minutes to go until we arrive in Algeciras. From there, we're going to take the local bus over to La Linea and walk through the border. After 9 days away, I'm really looking forward to getting back home. So yeah, It's been a lovely trip. Just doing a little bit of quiet reflection here as we take in the stunning scenery from this train. But what we're going to do now is we'll actually run down the train and I'll show you the restaurant car and the other carriages. Come on, guys. Now we see a familiar sight coming into view and we are pulling into San Roque La Linea train station. Now you've got to remember, this is quite far away from La Linea. This is why we are not getting off the train here. The bus connections to the border are very infrequent, whereas if you travel all the way to Algeciras, you have regular bus services to the border with Gibraltar every 40 minutes or so. So yeah, we're going to stay on the train, but geographically this train station is the closest to Gibraltar. But as we leave San Roque, it's a very short journey to Algeciras, only around about 7 minutes or so. We're pulling in and we're making our way through the departures hall. So yeah, not too many people getting off the train here. There is a couple. You can see taxis lining up waiting to pick up passengers. So we're going to make our way now over to the bus station. So here we are, guys. We've arrived in Algeciras just over 5 hours later, and although the plane is much quicker, I found it to be, let me do my hair, it's all messed up, there we go, not too much to brush, but yeah, as we make our way to the bus station, which is completely adjacent to the train station, we're going to jump on a bus to La Linea and jump over the border to Gibraltar. Yeah, factoring in, that was a much more comfier journey than the plane. We didn't have to be there X amount of time beforehand. We didn't have to take the 2-hour shuttle bus from here to Malaga Airport. That was a pretty decent ride down. So yeah, guys, let's jump on the bus and let's head back to Gib. So it's a €2.60 bus journey and it takes about half an hour, and we are here at the border with Gibraltar as we prepare to leave Spain and we prepare to re-enter Gibraltar and come home. It's been 10 days and I did miss the place as we come through customs now, and as always the cable car is shut. Just reminds me of how much I missed the place. So yeah, here we are as we come through the border. I think today we are going to take a taxi. We've got our luggage and I really cannot be bothered to walk. So there we are, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here in Gibraltar after such a mammoth journey from the Middle East. I can't believe it's all over now, and I guess we'll get back to our normal schedule of filming here in Gibraltar. But I guess there is one question you all must have. How much did that trip cost us? So I'll tell you the price per person. This is including the visa, this is including your flight tickets, as well as your flight tickets. That included all of the taxis and excursions when we were away. And the whole trip cost us £457 per person. That's including 2 nights in Madrid as well, and the flights from Malaga to Madrid. So that was our whole travel costs there. Very good for almost 10 days worth of holiday, £457. So yeah, definitely worth it, guys. But from me here in the Alameda Gardens, back home in Gibraltar, thank you for watching as always, guys, and I shall see you all on the next adventure.